Hello? Hello, 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 hello? Chat? Can y'all hear me? Perfect. Oh. Almost forgot my introductions here. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Wordplay Theater. I'm your host and master of ceremonies, Doje Me. And today, we're going right back into it with the Stanley Parable. You guys all thought it was over, didn't you? But no, there's more. So much more. And I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Also, let's kill the music. There we go. Hang on a sec. Hey, cuz, how you doing?
I'm alive.
Hey, that's good. Alright, time to enter the time again. Let's see. Oh, looks like the audio's not coming through.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. Let me just fix that real quick. Hold on, properties. There's some kind of desync. There. There we go. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. Ah!
Ugh.
But you're actually taking the time to set the clock. I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
About time.
Well, it's about time. All right.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Oh, dang it, I didn't mean to click that. Oh well.
That's fine. They
Well,
can watch
All of
the
his coworkers
previous
were gone.
stream.
What could it mean?
Yes, what
Stanley
could this
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
mean? Well, let's see what happens. So, Chad, as you remember, there was quite a few different endings. Last time you
When
opted for the
Stanley came to a
prophecy
set
to
of
be
two open
resolved.
doors, he
But in
entered
the
the door
other,
on
what was
his
the
left.
other option? What was the other option
Escape.
for that poll? Yes, that's right. It was escape.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he
broom
turned
closet
around
is just
and got back
irresistible.
on track.
I won't spend so much time there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep.
Gotta wash our hands.
Man, that is a nice painting.
That is a very nice painting.
Okay, let's see here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Hold on.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Are you trying to type in the correct one?
2845.
I
But
couldn't
of
remember
course,
which was which.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
I was trying
happened
to beat the
input
narrator
the
to it.
correct code
Hey, Rosie.
by sheer luck. Amazing.
Hello, Rosie.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
All right.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Now,
it was
are we
a
ready to
stirring of
escape?
emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to
Escape.
think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
All right,
Mind
ready for
Control
escape, chat?
Facility. Although this
Free,
passageway
free,
had the
free,
word
free.
escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, his death, you say?
I'll take my chances.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But I don't wanna.
At this
I don't
point,
wanna, though.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ooh, red light. That looks promising.
Indeed.
Well, chat, are we ready to see some visceral murder?
It,
Huh. Now, what could this possibly be?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley
Man.
can't see the bigger picture.
Dude.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, bye, everybody.
sayonara.
Oh,
Oh.
Farewell,
Hello.
Stanley, cried the narrator,
Oh.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I think we're very much alive.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
true.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Ah, look, a layout of the office. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors from was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core remains almost identical to the first iteration. Well, we can see the office next to our office, we can see the office adjacent to our office, we can see the room with the two doors. The set of two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Man, it's like walking through a museum exhibit. Hey, look!
yeah.
They're playing solitaire. Oh.
Oh.
Interesting. Fascinating, even. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. And yet each one is perfectly picked. Based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013 team. Additional level design, programming. Oh, these are credits.
Uh-huh. Clever.
And the
I do
impeccable
think that-
Kevin Brighting as the narrator, yes. This is what happens when you have, you know, real people. Real people who voice the characters. Maintenance room, an early version. Ooh. This is parts of the office. Different pieces of paintings involving said office.
I do think there was a missed opportunity with those buttons. They should have had an 8 button there.
Why an 8? Oh,
Well,
wait, because 7, 8, 9. I get it.
It's because, at least back in the early 2013 edition, there was an achievement you can get by pressing the 8 button repeatedly.
Oh. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not in our intention. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do like the Tron-like layout, though.
Yeah.
Greetings from James, subject love the game. Greetings omnipotent voice. I want to tell... Oh.
Okay. Wow.
Narrator emails. After the second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for their promotional materials, we never found a perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. And one of them was just straight up spam.
That's funny.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The lounge.
You know, when I saw the name James on there, I'm like, what? When did Slick Frame send letters to the narrator?
My goodness. Let's see, from left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. First was created in November 2011. Wow. Man, you can really see the subtle evolution of everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Ooh. The countdown.
Hello, Moy.
Hello, sir. Oh, let me, hang on. Where are you, Moy? Hey, Moy. We're in an interesting part here.
I'll say this is an actual new location.
Yes, this is the museum that gives us a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Is this like in the office, or is this just a completely different place?
So remember the option I had that said escape last time? This is basically where it led. Where Stanley basically gets smashed to pieces, and this...
Had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you,
hello.
will probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Kevin Brighting,
sorry,
the voice of the
smashed the
Look
narrator.
closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. How about text? They're
These are clips from early takes that were not
It's the
used in
kind
the
of thing
game.
you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad
Speaking
game
all at once.
design.
Although it's kind of
course,
overlapping.
You being you, you're probably...
Sorry. So, anyway, Stanley got smashed to pieces and then ended up here.
So where'd the subtitles go?
So, there were no subtitles in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
An on and off switch.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push
Wait,
escape
what?
and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move
Why
forward,
am I
you'll be
why am I
walking
getting
Yes.
sent to a hydraulic press?
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever
Why
you
have-
do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Wait, we can talk about this. We can.
Yep.
Apparently not.
Rip.
I guess they didn't want to talk to me.
Also, ASDF Guy 76, welcome to the Wordplay Theater. Thank you for joining us.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, there is one more ending that I want to show you guys.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Screw you, Mr.
Yet
Narrator.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
I'm
wave of
going-
disbelief, Stanley decided
broom
to go
closet's
up
open.
to his boss's office, hoping
Yeah,
he might
sure,
find an
why
answer
not?
there. Oh no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, that never gets old.
It's just
Coming
such
to
a
a
wonderful
staircase,
closet.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Anyways, let's see.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of
You're taking too
anxiety
long.
isn't healthy, so he relaxed
You're
for a few
taking too
moments
long.
with some calming New Age music.
Whoa!
Ooh, this is nice.
This is so soothing. Speaks to the soul.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Aw, man!
Stanley
It was over too
walked
soon!
forward into the
Dang.
open
Man.
passageway.
We didn't even get to the soothing part.
You know, I think that was karma. I think that was karma for us rushing through it.
The elevator.
Alright, now let's see here. How was
MC
the art stream? Oh, it went okay. We finished one of the commissions.
MC. Oh,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, time to press the big white button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Huh, I was wondering what happened if I just went back out. But I guess not.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
yes, we've
reduced
heard it
to
all
images
before.
on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm gonna reach a point in the game where I can recite
This
everything the
mind
narrator's gonna
control
say by heart.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he
That's the
truly
question,
spent his
man.
entire life utterly blind to the world?
I gotta say, I love the acting
But
here.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So, chat, this whole place seems familiar, right? But here, we were presented with two choices.
And when at last he
We
found the
were
source
presented
of
with
the
a
room's
choice
power,
to turn
he knew
off
it was his duty,
the mind
his
control
obligation,
once and for all.
to put an end to this
But what-
horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But what happens if we turn it on?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Well, yeah, just a little bit of it.
Stanley,
Maybe.
I applaud your effort, I really do.
Possibly.
But you need to understand, there's only so
Just a
much
little
that
bit.
machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
The what?
In the event that this machine is
crap.
activated without proper DNA identification,
DNA
Excuse me?
identification, that's
detonators are set to
bullcrap!
explode, eliminating the entire
Bull
complex.
crap!
A volatile
Malarkey!
detonation
I
then?
call malarkey!
I call
Say,
Bologna.
2 minutes.
2 minutes!
This is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desire. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments
Push the
until the
button.
bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what
Hey!
happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh.
Other times, I let the office
Three?
sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm
Language.
going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are
Man.
precious additional seconds. Stan.
This is
Time doesn't grow on
bogus.
trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Cry foul.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Well, I want to say
Stanley.
yes, but
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still
No,
playing
duh.
instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
now that's just
What?
now
Take a
that's
look at
just
the
clock.
rude.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
Oh,
seconds
gosh.
until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh
No
no.
ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling
Can't we
desperately to
leave?
your real life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second
Well.
of your inevitable life from the moment we
Well.
fade in until the moment I say
Well,
happily
It's
ever
over for me, chat.
Well, chat, I guess that's it. Curtain closes once more at the Wordplay Theater. Thank you all so much for joining. Oh, wait, it's not the end.
The
It's
end
never
is
the
never
end.
the end, is never the end, is never the end.
So,
Second verse, same as the
All of
first.
his co-workers were gone.
Workers were gone.
What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go
Stanley
to the
decided
meeting
to go
room.
to the meeting
Perhaps
room.
he had simply
Perhaps
missed a memo.
It's the memo.
well, who's... Ow!
New content?
New
Yes.
content?
It's time.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Exactly what you think it means.
Well, let's see.
Into the unknown.
No, you can't sing that. We can't have Disney's lawyers coming after us.
Eh.
So, what's this place? It looks like a... Huh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
Wow.
I do know this.
I was,
After receiving
I was
critical and
13 at the
commercial
time.
success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay, makes sense.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
More
audiences
game.
the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Man, I've been waiting 4 years
Okay,
to
so
stream
far
this.
it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
A
but
new
I'm
elevator.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yep.
I'm
Is this
excited.
thing gonna move?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right,
There we
finally,
go.
at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Woo!
Yes,
Let's
let's
go.
do it! Onward and upward to the new content, which is
I have
taking
to say,
quite a
initial
bit.
impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the
we
content.
go.
Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes, the content.
All right.
Content.
All right, let's see.
content.
It's the jump circle.
I can jump?
The jump circle? Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
By
wait,
Jove.
it's limited?
okay. Okay.
By Jove.
Can
We
you
can
jump
jump.
outside of the circle?
No, we cannot.
Okay.
What?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this part of exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley
mean,
Parable
I'd be down
Ultra
for that.
Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Okay,
Very good.
there's more.
Yes.
Fabulous.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay, let's see what we got. And that's it?
That's it?
That's the
Wow.
You've
new
got
concept.
to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Yep.
And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now
Yep,
at the game's
for real.
achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them
this
actually
is a-
says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally.
Good luck.
That's how you know.
It's my fault,
That's how you
Stanley.
know, when
I
this
built
came
up
out.
too much anticipation around the new content,
Yeah.
I'm afraid. It could never have lived
Look
up
at this
to such
guy, he still uses Twitter.
expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Why don't we
and
find
we'll
them on
try
Blue
to get
Sky
back
instead?
to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Sure, why not?
What do you say,
Sure.
friend?
Good times, as he says.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh,
Wait a
Listen,
minute.
Where?
wait,
This place
we,
looks
we
different.
started in a different...
This isn't our
Well then.
office.
And the music...
Stanley,
Wait, what?
come over here. In the vent.
Guys,
I want to
We're
show
gonna
you
vent?
something.
we're gonna
That's sus.
vent. We're gonna vent.
That's sus.
We don't have to sound
Have you ever heard of Among Us? You need to vent. I know it's hard for you to be sus, but I know you can do it. Wait, no, where are you going?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Hey!
Hey.
Hey. Wow, that was
I am not
a
a dork.
weirdly timed rim shot, but okay, fine. Just to show you what a not dork I am, I'll come see your
Oh,
little surprise.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
But what if I keep doing this?
Nah,
Oh, nothing? Okay.
Oh.
fine.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Oh, we're actually venting.
Wait, what's that?
That is a screwdriver and a coffee cup.
Who left the mug and a screwdriver here? Whee!
Also, this vent is
Mhm.
incredibly dusty.
Bless you.
We're going to Wonderland. Yes.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
The narrator's a
Just
programmer?
our little secret. Take a look.
Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this looks new.
Okay.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember
Is
back
that
in
an actual
October of
Steam
2013
Yes,
when
it
the
is.
game originally
Yeah.
launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all
What?
meant something. Oh, the waste.
And back then it was all in sepia tone, apparently.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh. Are these actual war... Wait a minute. The British
Just-
Company of Film and Television Arts? Awarded to
What?
Bruce Straley? No, the Stanley Parable. The last... that's just a model for The Last of Us.
That's funny.
I'm gonna tell you guys, I think the Memory Zone might be a little biased.
Slightly.
But is that what Steam looked like back then?
Hold on. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. The Washington Post. Researchers identify 24 words whose sound and meaning have survived the past 15,000 years. What?
Wow. Somebody was bored.
6 components of great corporate structure. John Coleman, Harvard Business Review. Business bloggers at Harvard Business Review discuss a variety of business topics, including managing people, innovation, leadership, and more. And it looks like just underneath is TechCrunch.com. Okay. Huh. An American dollar bill.
It's Mr. Krabs' millionth dollar.
Smile because it happened. The Stanley Parable. Fun fact, that's actually a Dr. Seuss quote. And the full quote is, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened."
Huh.
And that's a chunky TV.
Don't play for 5
Go
years.
out.
Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement.
I mean, they're right.
Actually, not quite. I was able to
Whoa, hello!
do it. Hi,
Resonant
raid.
Hearts, welcome to the Wordplay Theater. Thank you very much for the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome one and all. This is, hey, oh my gosh, I am not prepared. Hi, my name is Doge Me, and welcome to the Wordplay Theater. We are currently playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. We just finished some of the older endings here, so now we're going through the new original content that was brought into it, and also just having a bit of a soliloquy on game design philosophy as a whole.
All in sepia tone.
Welcome, Raiders. What were you guys doing?
While we're at a farm.
Je suis dans la mémorisation.
Hello, first-time chatters. Goodness. Wait,
What?
the song's copyrighted?
Where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
Are you sure about that?
It's nothing. It's no games at
Persona
all.
3 mentioned.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Huh.
Hey, that
Also, is
that
it really
elevator
healthy to have a, is it really healthy to have a lotus shrine in here?
Bit concerning.
Oh, now I see where the other raiders have come in. Hello, other Jason. Good to see you here. I see you're the one who brought the raiders in.
No.
Oh, hello, Mark's Lenist 23. Thank you very much for the follow. I almost said Lentis. What is wrong with me?
Lentils.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
I don't know, if it was perfect, why didn't it get a
content.
9 out of 10?
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game
We're doing great
memories.
tonight, Resonant Hearts. Thank you again for the raid.
Oh. The door opened, but we can't go through.
Huh, interesting. Oh, here we go.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Man, I honestly understand that feeling. This feeling of nostalgia, this feeling of wanting to go back and just have it all over again. Because you never really know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Now, what's this?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, hello.
It was
Ooh,
Son of a
cold
machine.
drinks.
Oh, hello.
God, no.
Fallout?
Stanley, it's
Whoa.
a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in
Oh,
years.
goodness.
I can't even imagine what's
Wow.
being
That's a
collecting
lot.
down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't know. Based on the gray clouds, the dead trees, and also the very, very rusted cargo holds, I'm willing to bet that we're in for, let's say, not much of a
Actually,
I
treat.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be
Unfunny?
more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm telling you, it's funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I
Sorry.
suppose I could
I'm
write
sorry,
a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley
funny.
but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound
funny.
philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I can think of a couple of places you could stick them. In a stick.
Of course.
Why
Stick.
not?
Couldn't be anything else.
A stick, a post-it note. Really, you could put a bunch of different things into sticks, like s'mores, for example. You can put marshmallows on sticks.
You can put hot dogs on sticks.
True. Huh.
What else? What else?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always will.
You wanna tell him, or should I?
have always thought of the game's
How
dialogue
does
as being
one
rather
how does one
terse to
explain
begin
what
with.
preachiness is?
You can't know how much
Ugh.
fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Whoa! What the?
What an awful
Wow.
memory to
Okay.
have
Thanks for the
hold on to.
donation, chat.
These black
Yeah,
marks
thank
are
you
my
very
otherwise
much.
unimpeachable track
Thank
record.
you. Thank you.
I feel
Thank you, Cat.
like a failure. Like I let these people
Aw.
down.
Dude.
Perhaps the Stanley parable
You can't
isn't quite
please
as sterling
everybody.
as I always remembered.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say, Moy. You can't please everybody. Honestly, there's no accounting for taste.
No.
Oh my goodness, this whole place is a dump.
I mean, if you spruce
Is
it
this
up a
what
little, it could make a...
Is this what happens when you let memories fester?
Yeah.
Is this what happens when you drown so much in nostalgia?
Starts to degrade.
What's this one got to say?
There's almost
You
like a
constantly have to
natural
stop doing
entropy of it
anything
all.
So the narrator can catch up with
Yup.
his long-winded explanations of what's happened.
Also,
I
I'll
wish
be
there
right
was a
back.
skip button.
Alright.
Okay.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe
dealer's
letting
choice on
you
the
skip
dunk?
ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
You know what?
Not if it means we can
I'm
strike
actually...
these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable.
Okay,
That's
let me
my
take care of this
motto,
dunk
and
real
it's
quick.
always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customers.
Let me go
Yes,
ahead and
a
flip
skip
Moy,
button
and then
we shall
I'll
have.
stick him in upside down. And he'll be none the wiser.
Hands.
Oh,
And
he's
no
in
last
for a
words or
nasty
nothing.
surprise when he gets back. Huh. That doesn't look very stable. Come to think of it, this building doesn't look too stable either. What is this, a big concrete box and it just rose out of the ocean?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more
Well, I
listening to
mean-
me rambling on and
I
on and on.
mean-
No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people
A
want
game for the
silence,
people?
then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
Know it.
Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue. And
An
it goes something
interminable
like this.
monologue.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is,
I love this
so on and
voice.
so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you
Am
see,
I having a
blah,
stroke?
blah, 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 blah.
Is this what having
You've
a stroke
eaten too
feels
much and
like?
it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working back... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
You know what? That's fair.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Are we really going to split hairs on a
Look,
soliloquy?
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being,
Okay, what do you
then
think,
by
Jack?
making
You done
no
with
this
choice
gag?
and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of
Push the
time
button.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I
Okay.
start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't
Oh.
wait to see what Cookie 9
Oh, no.
will say about
I
this,
can't leave.
and whether they'll edit
We
the
can't
wording of
leave.
their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To
We're
be
locked
honest,
in there.
I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah,
should have
Perhaps
done that
would have been the
before,
smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
I'm more concerned about being
Although
locked
I have to
in here.
imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs
Oh,
Steam
happy
will
birthday there,
instantly
Mike
run
Clark.
out and implement a new
WWE.
feature to make it
Is there
possible
an axe
to
in this
edit
room?
one's
That is
review.
an excellent question.
Merely because
Maybe
of this
let's
very
axe the,
situation. Yes,
skip button.
I think that's quite likely.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer
back.
and longer. That last
Welcome
one
back.
was, well, I want to say
So
maybe
what I missed in my
45
slow descent to
minutes.
madness, the
It's
game.
unendurable.
Well,
really.
we have a
Really
skip button
wanna-
and the
There's really
door's
only
gone.
so much I can ramble on to myself
Oh,
about.
oh,
It's
no.
shocking, isn't it? But at
Wait, there was a
any
door
rate,
there?
I do suggest that we
There
not
was.
press the
There
button.
was.
I promise there
but
was.
I
It's
think
gone.
the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Gee,
Oh, now he
Wasn't there a door
notices.
that
gee,
led into this
narrator, I
room?
wonder.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
Well, you can break through the
A
walls,
porthole?
but that's not
A
ideal.
sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll
you
take
got,
any
like, a
of these.
sledgehammer-
All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Well-
I swear there was.
Well, here's what I
Where'd it
think.
go?
If the skip
Maybe
button got us
just
into this
ram your way
mess,
through a
maybe
wall?
the skip button can get
Is
us
there any
out.
possibility that you could say, slam your...
Well-
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Oh.
I don't know why the
12
skips
hours.
are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
I just
Stanley,
turned into
the door is
Diablo
gone.
from
It's
JoJo's
completely
Bizarre Adventure.
gone.
I can just skip
I've looked at
time.
it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have
dear.
no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I
Drake?
don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Drake?
I
Where's the
can't
door
control
hole?
anything in this room, Stanley. I can't
What do you
touch
mean?
it.
It's right there.
And
I drew a
have
magic
to be.
marker.
I have to know that
You were
sooner
supposed to
or
cut
later,
it with the
no
power
matter
saw.
how much I plead with you, you're
Yeah, I
going to
will.
press the button again. Why
Really?
would you? I've been thinking and
Yeah.
thinking, and I
So go
don't
get the
know what I
power
can do
saw.
to convince you otherwise. Oh my
Yeah, I'm gonna.
God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't
Oh,
get out of my head. I just
hey,
couldn't
thanks for the
ignore
follow. I see
the problem.
negative feedback.
I see the
Why
problem.
was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But
Well-
here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest
It's almost
mention
like
of
the-
one of my
Push the button.
It's almost like this
imperfections,
guy
and I
has a
become as
very,
petulant as a child.
almost like he's
Wild
very,
and
very
impulsive.
insecure.
I can't help myself. I
Inferiority
can't stop myself
complex?
from lashing out with a vengeful
Most
fury
definitely.
to alter and to change and to break
860
anything
followers?
unbroken.
Ooh.
If only it pleases this one person.
Hey, chat, just
who
want to let
made
you
a
know, I do
single
have a
negative
goal
comment.
to get to 1,000 followers
With such
soon.
impulse
So
serve?
just so you know, if you guys can help me get there, I will actually be doing a special art event, not just here, but on Blue Sky.
Become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all
So
alone.
yeah, if we can get me to 1,000 followers, that'd be wonderful.
All from happening, if only
I know I got there on
This dream of
I know I got
reality.
there on YouTube,
It's
so I'm
all
trying
out
to
of
get
my
here
control
on
now.
Twitch
Just
as well.
you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me.
Also, Moyer in the
My-
dollop.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
My finger
back.
is
Good
on the
grief!
button.
What
I
happened
had
here?
someone to talk
Oh.
to again.
Somebody
Stanley,
turned off the
I
lights.
think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that
Oh,
that's
no, the plant's
just
dying.
how it's always been. Me talking
Wait, how long
to
did he
you
say we
saying
were here?
nothing. Would you think that it's
He
exactly
didn't
the same in
say
Norway?
this time, but
Doesn't
last
that
time he
feel
said
like what we've
12
already been
hours
doing?
had gone
Me
by.
just talking, but it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same
guess
at
it's
all.
been
It
days.
isn't even close.
Yeah.
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed
Yeah,
there to be a
honestly.
vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need,
speaking of
and
burning
God, I can
bridges.
see now that I need it more.
Huh.
Whoa.
Oh, hello. It's
Oh.
you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Oh my
I've
gosh,
had
the power's just
so
gone,
much
and the
time.
plant is
I
dead.
stopped keeping track after a year.
A
Have you
year?
ever sat down in
year?
one place and not
Whoa.
moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
This
And
is
when that
this is
feeling
what
had
happens
begun
when
to
you get trapped by
subside,
nostalgia,
what
chat.
took its place is what I can only describe as the
You're left.
collapse of every moment I have
Eventually,
ever
the
experienced
past,
my entire life. All
turns
of
into
them
this.
collapsed down into a single instant. In that
You're
instant,
stuck.
I could see myself
I am
clearly,
stuck.
calmly, with a collected heart.
Hey.
We're all
It
stuck.
was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now
And the
know was
plant's
far
dead.
less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome.
This
It
is
was
honestly
divorced
pretty
entirely
profound,
from
but
the
at the
question
same time,
of
this is
free
getting
will
to be a bit
that you and
long.
I have squabbled over for so long.
Yeah.
There
Tad.
could be no one
My
ending,
finger
no
is
singular
on the
outcome
button.
of events. Not if all events existed in the same moment.
Speaking of the same
And I
moment, I'm
felt
gonna be trapped in this one
free.
for a while.
I felt
And there was silence.
Oh, thank goodness.
Chat, is the narrator dead?
He's dead.
He's gone. He's finally gone.
So what
Oh,
The
happens?
voice in my head! It's God!
Well, what happens
Voices.
if I push it again?
No.
Huh.
Oh. Well, the smoke
Dead.
alarm's dying,
Oh, I hate smoke alarms.
and the clock fell.
But they didn't understand the
Oh.
game was
Oh,
never meant
no.
to be funny. It was meant to
Wait,
have
what?
a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes?
Why?
Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't
Huh.
enough. They had to leave a pathetic
Why?
little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't
gave me
entertain
hope.
us, now he
Still
won't
at
shut
it.
up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability.
You know what?
It's the
I kinda get
unwillingness
this.
to
I
examine
understand
with
why
an
he's upset.
uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and
entertainment can surface
They're the ones who are
fiction,
mad.
but
They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs.
It's all about you, isn't it?
These reviews
now his insecurity's coming back.
Resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak.
Well,
nope.
Well, now he's spiraling.
One time is enough.
Yep.
He's gone. He's gone. Again.
Now we need a sequel called The Stanley Therapy. The Stanley Therapy.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is
oh my gosh, he's doing the thing.
He's doing the thing.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Yep, he's gone crazy.
He's gone nuts.
He's reached the point of no return. And so have we, apparently.
We really have, it seems.
It's like, we keep skipping and skipping,
Oh!
expecting...
Oh!
Okay.
Never mind, something could change.
Is it a way out?
Oh.
All I see is blackness.
Nothing but the abyss.
We might have to go forward in time again.
Oh, sunlight.
Oh, it was just nighttime.
Also,
It's
some
the
kind
nights
of
that are the hardest.
bugs, it sounds like.
Oh.
Nature
A
is
change in scenery.
reclaiming the memory zone. If only I could go out and see it. It looks so beautiful. Although
long have we been-
it probably destroyed my allergies, though.
Yeah. I can feel the...
And the happiness is gone.
Why you do this to us?
That noise is ominous.
What is that, Halo?
Spooky.
I'm scared.
Oh.
Nope.
Somebody hold me.
Okay. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
So much nope.
Nope. Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, freedom!
Ah, freedom.
Oh.
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 Freedom.
Oh. No.
Oh gosh. Natural light.
Is this what has become of the memory zone?
It's
Oh, boy.
nothing.
It's desolate.
Narrator! You maniac!
Am I gonna have to survive off my own urine now?
You blow it up! Darn you! Darn you to heck!
And it was on this day Mad Max was born. Sure, why not? Oh wow, I am actually making headway here. And we're gone.
Oh, that was, where do I even begin?
Well,
I'm kind of happy to be back in the office.
yeah, no kidding. At the very
All
least,
of
we
his
get free
co-workers
beverages
were
here.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Stanley
meeting
decided to
room.
go to the
Perhaps
meeting
he had
room.
simply
Perhaps
missed
he
a
had
memo.
simply missed a memo.
Well, now what? Oh, new content.
New content.
With neon
Big
lights,
old
no
neon
less.
Heck.
Oh,
Yes,
good. You
please.
noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
All right.
I'll bite.
I'll bite.
I mean, after that existential crisis that was the memory zone, where do we go from here?
Well, apparently we're going to the new content.
Oh.
Back to the elevator, I suppose.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
All right, I'll bite.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable
Yes!
2.
Yes!
Hey!
Sequel!
The sequel is
Wait.
upon us!
You
Yes!
see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor
4,
additions?
2,
Think of
7.
all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely
Sure.
new experience, built from the ground
end
up.
is never the
Why,
end.
there's so many possibilities.
Again.
It could go in so many different directions. This is
like
what
the red
fans
cup.
have truly been asking
Yeah.
for.
You mug.
You mug.
Look.
This.
Investor show.
Calling it the Stanley Parable
Hate
2
the
is just so much
sequel.
catchier than Ultra
New
Deluxe. don't you
and
think?
tasty.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it
What's
even
up, Rachel?
mean? But the Stanley Parable
Okay,
2,
hope she has a good
now
time.
that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Also,
Long-term
Ultra
franchising
Deluxe.
potential, he says.
Also, Ultra Deluxe. Clearly, this guy's never played a fighting game before.
True, but maybe this is to make fun of those fighting games.
I mean, they do have... the titles do get pretty out there.
Yep. The new
look
content
at
is
Street-
out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. There's new hotness. Boring section
And
of the
it's-
chart versus cool red section of the chart. And as you all know, chat, I do
know.
love the color red.
So do I. It is just the primo color.
Ooh, look at all these.
Look at
this PowerPoint.
Wow, I
Yeah,
used
different
I
designs.
used that program in high school. Oh my
Oh, look, two
goodness.
halves of the brain.
The left side is gray, but the right side is red.
Yes.
Symbolism.
Huh. Now imagine Stanley having a desk neighbor
Now, to be clear,
that looks
I
exactly
haven't
like
quite
him.
nailed down what
It's
exactly the Stanley
intuitive.
Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
I'm definitely
I
curious to
figure
see what they've
that
been
if I
up
can loosely
to.
organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
Ooh,
Game development
that's
is
cool.
much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I suppose.
This way to the show floor. Ooh, red carpet.
Ooh, I do like the... Ooh, the sensation of the carpet is tickling my brain. Whoa!
Whoa.
Here we
Look
go.
at this.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
A button that says the name of the player that's playing the game?
Hear your name in the game?
For the
No
Stanley
way.
Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of
I'm
course,
curious.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that
Yes.
wonderful?
Okay, I'm
Do it.
curious. I'm curious. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Say my name. All you gotta do is say my name.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Jim.
Right now, the button only says the name
I mean-
Jim. But of course, in the final game,
Don't
this
Jim
button
me.
will say your name, whatever
I
name
was
that
about to
is.
say.
You know what?
Let's
Apparently,
have you
my name is
role
Do
play as
Jimmy
Jim
now.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise
Yep, my name
you'll
is Do
love it.
Jimmy.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and... Jim! Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise,
Dang it,
it's just
Jim.
a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
All right, fine.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature
Oh,
that I worked
Jim.
very hard on?
Oh, sorry. I couldn't resist.
I
Why'd
guess
you
you
have
could
to-
say we're pressing all of his buttons.
Eh?
I guess you could say we pushed it too far.
Maybe
Okay.
I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They
Well, hey, my
would
name's Do
appreciate
Jimmy
what
now.
I've created here.
So. Epilogue.
An epilogue
No,
would
no,
be
no.
fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Not yet,
yes,
not yet.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Ooh.
A whole new office. Oh, that is a very loud
Nice.
carpet.
Yeah, that's
Red is the new orange. Sure, why not? The new updated ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way, sequel to the new features, new content, new ideas.
consistent quality with just the right amount of change.
I mean, yeah, the baby's all grown up. Oh no, we don't want him to go to bankruptcy.
No.
Listen, we can't let babyface Jimmy Jr. Jingleheimer Schmidt go to bankruptcy.
No. That's just absurd.
Perish the thought.
Now let's see. What else?
Ooh,
Wait,
merch.
Ooh, merch.
merch.
Jinx.
Ooh, I like that shirt on,
Wait,
on,
is
the,
that a-
on the left.
Wait, hold on. Is that a real QR code?
Let me see.
Hang on. I'm gonna just.
I'm gonna try it.
Hang on. I'm also gonna try it.
The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, there's a website.
There's a website? Holy mackerel, this thing works!
An actual website.
Huh, would you look at that? It's an actual website.
They have a Discord server?
Well, fiddle-dee-dee. That's neat.
Huh. A QR code that works. That's crazy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece?
What?
I mean, I'm
Okay.
kind of
Okay,
leaning
well,
towards
speaking of-
Sunday since it's tomorrow.
Okay, well, you know what? Since I work in an office setting, I think Get Well Someday is probably
Yeah.
more fitting for the cold office interior.
You
Someday,
know, sometimes when you
just not
solicit another
today.
person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted
Wait,
all
what?
along. Happy 12th
What?
birthday, step-niece it is.
What? Then what was the point of
Oh,
asking me?
come on.
Oh my gosh, it actually changed. Okay, I gotta give him credit where it's due. That's clever.
Just the illusion of choice.
Jeez.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay.
Yes, you might as well commit.
Might as well. Collectibles? Ooh! Now I like collectibles, yes!
Ooh. You know, this
Find them.
kind of...
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Shiny.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
No
I
reward?
don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number
why
go
would I
up.
collect
You
all of them if
simply
there's no
collect all of
reward?
them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Watch your language, narrator, jeez.
Whoa. It's,
It's a Stanley figurine.
is this an actual collectible we can find? Because that screen...
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Tragic. Okay.
I thought it was kind of neat getting a infinite hole.
We'll check that out later. Hello. A free new and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Okay, I'm curious. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps, it just works. Get yours right now.
It just
You know what,
works.
I like
Now,
free
here's
stuff.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Well,
it's
I
as
like
simple
that.
as
Pull,
that.
pull the lever, Crunk.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right
Bruh.
now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm
Bruh.
not a wizard,
Good for me.
Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously
I want the
demanding this feature.
achievement.
Gamers,
Oh.
we hear you.
Come
And I
on.
promise it will happen.
Bruh.
Screw you, narrator.
Come on,
Maybe if I pull it in-
man.
Maybe if I pull it enough, something will happen.
Doo-doo. Maybe pull it to the other side. Pull it the other way.
Huh, it won't let me pull it the other way, fine.
Dang
I
it.
want my money back.
So, I want my $0.00 back.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Well, let's see. That way's the exit. Well, okay. There's gotta be... Oh, great. The jump circle again.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Why are there limited jumps?
Is that another achievement, or...
There's no way, right?
There might be.
Hold on. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket?
What?
Hold on.
Gentlemen, this is a bucket.
Good laws.
There's more.
No.
No.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the
Okay.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
Dear
every time
gosh.
you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
I guess this is
As long as
where
you
the
hold on
therapy
to
part
bucket,
comes
the
in.
many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even and come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Okay, but
And
it's
to
a
be
bucket.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you
Okay.
imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Language.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
Okay.
Dear gosh. Gentlemen,
There's
synchronize your
Okay, there's apparently tech people have found, saving jumps in the jump circle, bringing them over to Stanley Parable 2 press conference, and being able to glitch it and get jumps into the main game. Interesting. Is the
Can
bucket
you
laughing?
feel it? The glow of
it's the
comfort,
narrator.
even in the face of
Wow, that-
crushing despair, must already
I almost
be
thought that was a
feeling for your
different
body.
person for a
And in
second.
fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just
Charisma?
holding it
With the
has made
bucket?
you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
What am I, Kinger?
Attractive.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
I'm not Kinger.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
My goodness.
And in a
Does
bucket.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I mean,
Okay, well, let's see what happens when we go to the infinite hole.
with the bucket. Dear gosh.
Chibi says maybe you'll be more sane if you put it on, Moy. Who knows? At the very least, it'll muffle that annoying noise coming from your mouth.
Stanley,
Hey.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
How would-
this is in
how would
fact
darkness
a
make
hole
me,
that you
quote-unquote,
can fall
saner?
down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
A stunning leap forward.
This is not
Infinite-
a leap. This is a
Infinite holes have kind of existed since Super Mario Brothers, back in 1980.
yeah. You. This is a bottomless pit.
Oh well. Oh, I'm curious. Let's see what this game has to offer in terms of bottomless pits.
Que sera,
Goodbye,
sera.
cool world.
You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I don't know. I think I'll set my controller down for a minute.
Now, I don't mean to be a
Now let's get
bummer,
you out of the doll,
but I do
boy.
recommend you use the teleport
Thank
button
you.
to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Why do you want me to? Why do you want me to do it sooner rather than later?
I mean, you know-
Stanley,
you know-
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature
What?
of the hole.
What?
Is it a very, very
Wait.
deep hole? To be certain.
You mean there's a bottom?
It's an extremely deep hole. I
There's
don't want
a
anyone to
bottom?
say that it isn't an astonishingly deep
It's
hole.
not a
It is.
bottomless
Is it
pit, you
infinite?
doofus.
Well, that
False
sort of depends
advertising!
on your definition of infinity.
Oh, God.
From one perspective,
Gosh, I'm
the
going
infinite
to
is
die.
merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Ouch.
You found me out, Stanley.
Oh, my
I'm a liar and a
knees.
cheat, and you're so
You're
clever.
a big fat
I think
liar.
the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Honestly, I feel like
that
falling
the hole was
infinitely
as
gives
deep
you a
as
sense of
anyone would
weightlessness.
actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things
Typical
got a
blame
little
me
heated
for
there. I
everything.
think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works
That's
for
not
you,
how
then
infinity
go ahead and
works.
press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
All right.
Infinity has no
Great.
end,
Now,
you
I'm very
dingus.
excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That's why it's infinite.
Well, time to fall again.
Oh, for heaven! You see, the problem is you. The problem is that
Hey,
you like
narrator.
holes too much.
I guess I'll see you next fall,
A
huh?
normal person. Yeah, that's an
Get the
infinite hole
whole
right
point
there.
here?
Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but
We're
not
getting
you.
to-
Oh,
we're gonna
no,
get to
no,
the
no,
bottom
no.
of this.
You have a weird sort of...
Huh?
Oh,
Ow!
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel
Actually,
like you spent a
yeah.
little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly,
Huh.
I didn't make
I don't
an
think the
infinite
narrator
hole.
quite
I
understands the
didn't think it was
gravity
that
of the
not
situation.
infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I don't think
Had
the
enough?
narrator knows how
I'm
infinity
positively
works.
Thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
True.
But we haven't.
time.
But I haven't.
Guest, you're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
Huh.
What?
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
You mean
I suspect
more
that
and
I'm
more
starting to hit
finite?
the point where it's no longer feasible
this
to
is
call the
not-
hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's
I
try
do.
something.
You don't know how
Let's pop
infinity
back up to
works.
the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my
Whoa.
lie has come to haunt
Huh.
me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Now it's just an empty kiddie pool.
True. Also, I saw that some people just toss their garbage in here, really for shame. An infinite hole, or rather a hole infinite or otherwise, is not a place to dispose of your garbage.
And just because people won't find it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah, like
Somebody threw-
what if I took just a massive dump down there and it starts to smell? Do you see
Yeah.
the point I'm making? But that being said, this hole is still surprisingly clean, so I have no problems with jumping back
How
in.
is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Don't you mean
just
scratching
do
the
whatever it
ditch?
is you're here to do, and hit the
What?
teleport button when you're ready to move on.
But can we just like move up? Hole's not that deep anymore, so
Oh,
Is the teleport
oh
button
no.
not working?
no.
You sure? Well, I mean,
yes.
Stuck in the hole.
I really don't have an explanation.
I'm stuck.
Still nothing.
Dad, I'm stuck.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Okay, what you got?
I'm out.
What?
Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't
What?
bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Wait!
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Wait!
Take care, Stanley.
God!
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful
Wait, don't go!
eternity together.
He's actually leaving.
Oh no!
No!
Well,
And we don't have a jump button.
man, this
I
would
mean,
be a
we
good
do,
place to
but-
put that stinking jump circle.
Oh,
Oh.
what's that
Oh, that's
noise?
not a good sound.
Wait.
What's happening?
Narrator?
Narrator!
Narrator?
Please come back!
Come
Get
back!
me out of the...
Get me out of here! Oh no. Oh no, it's
Oh,
getting
the
deeper.
hole is going deeper now. Oh,
Wait.
no.
No! Wait!
Really? Cigarettes? For shame. For shame.
Well, look on the bright
That's what we're
side.
gonna be focused on right now.
Well, look on the bright side, guys. The hole's becoming a hole again.
Yes, but it's dragging me down with it.
I mean, wasn't that the intention?
Change your perspective.
Change your perspective.
Whoa.
Oh. Third person? Can you move in that state?
Oh my goodness. Look at his nose hair, chat.
Well, that's what
Wow,
Stanley
yeah.
looks like.
Guy needs to pluck.
Although,
So-
speaking as somebody who has plucked my nose hairs before, it can get painful if you're not careful.
Oh, yeah.
Change your perception? So what, does it just change the music? The truth. Change your reality.
Change your reality.
Whoa.
Now it just looks like we're
What is
digging
this,
a
Iron
hole.
One?
Whoa.
What is this, the virtual boy?
You're no longer using
Oh my goodness.
No. No.
Well then.
Puppy?
Dogs!
Puppies!
I like this.
Yourself?
Change yourself.
Change yourself. What?
What?
Whoa, hey, I like that. I like that look.
He's upside down?
What?
Huh, just like how Moy was earlier. God grief, he's a bobblehead!
Different stuff.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
grief, he's...
He's Stretch Armstrong!
What's
What?
that? Good grief, he's...
Whoa.
Hey, I like that. That's,
Well, hey, I
that's
kinda like
actually
this
cool.
actually. Oh my goodness, his hand's gone.
Error!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Now,
Stanley! Stanley!
What?
You're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you
But
to be
I was
wide awake for every second of it.
dissociating!
You don't want to miss a single
I
memory.
was
So how
dissociating!
about if I just pop in from time
Yeah.
to time and wake you up?
I wanted to
keep you
dissociate a little
really, truly
longer.
focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have
Puppy's such
many,
a
many
buzzkill
years here
narrator.
in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
What? No!
Toodle... No,
No.
Toodle Pip. Don't you Toodle Pip us. We're... Oh, great.
And here we go.
Here we go.
We're trapped
again.
in the hole again.
Oh,
Man.
thank
Oh.
goodness.
Okay. I think we've had our fill of the hole.
Ha.
Here we
Starts
are.
back here
Go
I
on.
just-
Try out
I
some
just
of the
realized
new
what I just said. Dang it.
Love it when it gets unconscious, don't it, Moy?
Subconscious and yes.
I wonder what happened to the hole, though. Hello,
Can we
Daisy.
roll again?
I bet my bottom dollar that he plugged it up.
I mean,
Just like
you
the-
put the boards
just
up
like-
on the broom closet.
Just like the broom closet, exactly.
Oh, it's closed
We can't
off,
even go
okay.
in.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Bummer.
no fun.
That's
I was
fun.
expecting the hole to be plugged up with wooden boards or something.
no.
Well,
You had to go the
okay.
boring way and lock the door.
Oh, that's no fun.
All right then. I guess we'll
All
just
right.
go on to the exit then.
At least this is
All right.
trippy.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes, I'm ready to move on. Am I just
What
gonna
the
be
heck
carrying
is
this
that?
bucket the whole time?
Oh, the bucket's been
guess
with us
so.
for this long. Ooh, a thing.
So, Stanley,
Hello.
what do you think? Do you like
theater?
all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
I'm ready.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Well,
That's it?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
I mean,
Hold on. Let me do a
if you
different
squint
arrangement.
really, really
Okay,
hard,
yes,
you
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here
Okay.
we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Honestly,
And
yeah,
I
it
do
does
very
feel
much
like this is a
enjoy
bunch of
creating
gags.
gags, but they don't add up to
Yeah.
anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it, No matter how good these gags are, they won't
Johnny,
stand on their own.
this is
they would
the
need the
emotional support
structure and the
bucket.
gameplay of the original.
Yep.
Wait,
Dear gosh.
maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and
how would-
integrity
Is
of
this
the
just
original
the-
game.
Is this the mental
Could it
process
possibly work?
behind how
I
the game is
suppose it
developed?
could, but it would need a really
think
tremendous
so.
title screen. A title
I don't
screen that says
find
with bold
myself,
and
behind-the-scenes
uncompromising conviction.
A game like this was probably not
Stanley
easy to
Parable
make,
2.
given all the endings.
Let me see if I can whip.
The attention to detail.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
And all the lines the narrator had to record. Oh,
The title screen's different.
Okay.
Whoa.
very,
Trippy.
very back rooms.
I mean, this takes.
What's
This predates the backrooms if you think about it.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. This is just a liminal space because it looks familiar, but at the same time, it's the way it twists and turns. It's like that's not right. I
Absolutely.
mean, it's like I kind of like it, but it still
This is
looks weird.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, the
Okay.
balloons are here.
Oh, there's the balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
to go to the meeting.
Perhaps he had simply
Perhaps he
missed
had
a memo.
simply missed a memo.
Okay.
I know
Wait,
that
the
line by
bucket?
heart now.
Bucket.
Dear gosh.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Not sure.
Stanley
Synchronize
clung the
your
bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
What do you think, Mr. Bucket?
Huh. Let's see what happens if I go down here with the bucket.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
Oh my goodness, it's
We've done
different.
it.
What?
We've escaped from that dull
It's
office
sentient.
and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
What?
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars
Okay.
it witnessed, desecrating the
war?
land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans,
What?
and the bucket's
What?
own complicity therein, of sadness and regret,
What?
and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger.
What?
Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice
What?
where none existed.
The
and
bucket gives the
bittersweet reality of
backstory.
time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to
Why does a
dim.
bucket have the deepest lore in
Opportunities
the
to
game?
do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps
Huh.
if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception.
What?
This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're
What?
a bucket!
To this,
You're a
the bucket
bucket!
furrowed its brow.
How can a bucket have a
No,
brow?
said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his
What?
treasured vaults. I was young
What?
back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time.
No!
This is stupid! You!
What kind of Lord of the Rings bullcrap is
stupid!
this?
Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
What?
Oh, good.
Huh?
What?
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 Huh?
What's going on?
My God, Stanley,
Oh my goodness, I murdered the
you
bucket!
saved us
Oh,
from the
no.
bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to
What?
summon their true power. Otherwise,
What?
we would have easily
in
been
the
overwhelmed
Ocarina
by
of
the
Time?
bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery
What?
that come. Let's restart the game, and we'll
There's
agree
so
to
much
never
catching up.
again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
What?
I swear, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
All 12 sage emblems? Is that an Ocarina of Time reference?
I have no idea anymore.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Co-workers were
What
gone.
could it mean?
What could
Stanley
it mean?
decided to go to the
Stanley
meeting
decided to
room.
go to the
Perhaps
meeting
he had
room.
simply missed a
Perhaps he
memo.
had simply missed a memo. This is gonna.
Shall we not take the bucket with us?
Yeah, well,
No.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
you know what? Sure, let's take the bucket with us.
You can begin a
Stanley
new
touched
bucket.
the bucket tightly to his
We shall-
chest and entered the door on his left.
What if I don't wanna?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Precisely.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
So first the bucket is actually the incarnation of some great beast that we just murdered, and now it's offering sagely wisdom.
Truly,
Maybe he
being in the
reincarnated.
bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking
Deja
through the
vu.
door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey! The bucket.
You know, maybe it's
No,
a kid
never
boom and
mind.
boob situation where this
Bucket
isn't
was
the
wrong.
same bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
What if I don't wanna?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo.
Hello.
Wait, what's that over there?
New possibilities.
Collectible?
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
so it appears
Oh,
so.
oh, well,
Hey.
that is kind of.
Precarious, yes.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
knew these were
Remember,
actual
no
collectibles.
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Ooh,
can't
the
buy that
number's
sort of
bigger.
happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Hello, Blue. Welcome to our madness.
Hello, Blue.
Welcome to my slow descent to madness, the game.
Okay, now we're in the vents.
Or venting.
What the heck? Where am I?
Hi.
I think we vented a little too hard. A little too far, I mean.
What the? What's with all the VHS? These aren't even VHSs,
Cassette
they're
tape.
cassette tapes.
Did
That's about
somebody.
to say.
Narrator dialogue? Oh my goodness. Are we about to see
Wow.
where it all happens? Where the narrator recorded everything?
I mean, there's a lot of them in here, so.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
What?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Again with the
Sheer
bucket?
euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
What?
No matter how many
Precious.
times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
What?
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I
Oh my
still
goodness.
haven't figured
What?
out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
What?
I can monetize it.
Monetize? No!
What?
How would you monetize a
It's
bucket?
unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Sir, this is a Wendy's?
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now,
You know, Jay,
I
maybe
don't
that
know who I'll
comparison
be
to the
trying
Lord
to
of the Rings
Oh no.
was
What's that?
more appropriate than you thought.
What's that?
Oh,
What?
Oh my gosh. Is this bucket some sort of SCP monster or
Is
something?
I'm bracing myself.
Mercy.
Gambarata? Is that
Okay,
is that
so
name gonna mean anything? What?
Okay, so the bucket didn't reincarnate.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Now I'm
Could it
curious
mean-
about something.
could
What?
it-
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now I'm gonna see what happens if I actually go there without the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'm kind of
Perhaps he
scared.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire.
What happens if I go there without the
Wow.
bucket? I'm curious.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm
Nah, I
bracing
can't be bothered
myself.
for that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm getting kind of scared.
Stanley had now gotten
We
himself
left-
so
we
far off
left
the
the
beaten
bucket
path
behind.
that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path.
Oh my
That it
goodness.
seemed the office had
Oh.
begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off.
Did I just silence the narrator?
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Aw.
What a silly and trite explanation that would.
Of course
All
we
the
didn't.
back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recorder. It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I
You know
bet
what?
each
That's
and
funny.
every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate
You know what? I
storytelling.
love
It
this.
must be so simple to be you. Life
love
being
this.
an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more
I
exciting
love how
than
this
the
is calling
fun
out
the
every
world than
time.
the rest of us
This,
do.
the twist was, oh, it was
Now
just
I've
in his
become sad.
head.
Look what you've done to me. This
It
is
was all a
your
dream.
fault.
Bruh.
It's all a dream.
How is this our fault? Genuinely,
Yeah, seriously.
Mr. Narrator.
Mr. Narrator, how is
Stanley
this
had
my fault?
never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He
Oh,
hoped
it's different.
it was. He hoped very much that the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
You know what? I wonder what happens if I were to go through another ending with this bucket. Is everything different with the bucket?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
I'm
Stanley
wondering
had
what
felt the bucket
happens.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to... And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Blue in the
Stanley
sidebar.
took the door on his
I bet
left
my
to go
billionth
back
bottom
to the
dollar
meeting
on a
room.
hopeless case. And now the
No,
bucket in my head,
said the
in my
bucket.
headspace has been
Don't
kicked
go
in
to
my
the
face.
meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
I'm
Said the
confused.
bucket.
Now ride the
I
lift
don't get the
all the way to
reference,
the
but it
top.
sounds funny.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He
I'm
was
curious.
firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket...
I wonder, is the narrator getting cut off for anybody else?
In
Yeah,
here.
it's getting cut off for me.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Sure.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Okay.
Hello?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the
Thank
bucket
you.
could speak.
Huh. Could speak to him.
I mean... Hi, Mr. Bucket.
Press A to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just
in his head, yeah. Okay, there's clearly something going on my computer. So maybe if I terminate a program real quick.
The sequel is now paused.
Yes, it is.
And Blue says it's a reference to Sometimes by Nick Lutzko. Lutzko?
Huh.
I'll have to check
I'll have
that
to
out later.
Same.
Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Bucket, we need to talk.
Press B to go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me.
No.
It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
Isn't that
it doesn't do anything else.
I mean, that means something to me,
Don't
narrator.
listen to loud, man. Press Y for us to go back home.
Yes, let's go home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Okay. Well.
Ignore it.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine.
It does have a nice shine.
It does.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection, that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more,
Is the narrator starting to like the bucket?
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Huh.
That's literally what a bucket does.
Oh my god, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Huh. I like the shadow of the
I feel
bucket.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket.
To work, go home, to work, to home, to work, to home. Huh.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
This is getting,
this
is getting too,
anything it asks. What? I don't understand.
I think we're going a little too fast here.
This would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome...
I don't think I'm ready for this kind of commitment.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
What the bucket?
I need
Mine.
it. Give it to me now. Give it.
No! My bucket!
You can't have it! My precious! Go back to work, Stanley. My bucket!
Just for the freaking...
Welp.
That was something.
All of his co-workers
That was
were
wild.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Bucket.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
I wonder what happens if I go to the broom closet with the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Don't worry, Bucket. This is all a part of the process.
How can we find
What
it?
the what? Wait, there's more stuff written on the walls.
There will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? 666
Lies!
Looks like 427. Ha ha ha. 5 there be. Just take it from me. Gotta collect them all. Mission status. Inside of a sequel exhibit, a large room, lots of box. Oh my goodness! These are hints. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Stairs. Something
Also
to do
the-
with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue, nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person. Well,
Wait. What does it say on the other side?
Oh, hello.
The other wall.
On the other side, yeah.
Warehouse access plan. Provide one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge. We need more planks. My goodness. Trust the completionist instinct. What do they want? Our data, stock options, our money. I mean, yeah. Should we make them... what is this? Should we make them
Should we make
interns?
them-
Yes. Sure, why not? Artist rendering. Why do they kind of look like 427? Why floating? Magic? Madness? Dreams? Training, exercise, or management? How many are there? Can we sell them? Obviously, more dollars to get to if sold together. You know what? Sure. Let's just keep moving.
Oh, Stanley.
We're in.
Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
What?
You can feel
No.
that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as
can't
clear as
have it.
day. This broom closet believes it deserves
Bars.
the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
No.
Don't hand
No,
over
you
the
can't
bucket.
have the bucket.
I know
Yes,
how hard
you
it
already
must
have
be,
a perfectly
given
good
the
mop
pressure that
bucket.
the broom closet is putting on
You
your
can't have
shoulders
my
right
bucket.
now,
You
but
already
you
got
have to be
one.
strong. This
Yeah.
is your bucket. This
It's
is
my
your
bucket.
companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand
There
it
isn't
over.
even a mop in here.
No, we're getting into the name calling
Yeah.
now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in
Wow,
order to get you to
What
hand over
the
the
heck?
Stanley,
What?
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends. That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient.
dare!
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never.
How dare
Go
you? I'm
on,
autistic.
Stanley.
I already
Lay into it.
linger on
Really
to
tell the
inanimate
broom
objects.
closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the
How
wide
dare you?
variety of
That's very
experiences
ableist of
you
you,
and the
broom
bucket have
closet.
shared together. Go
Yeah.
through each of them
Nerve.
point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket
Hey, my-
as they have
hey,
changed
my journal
and
entries are
evolved over
private.
the years. Let him have it.
How do we let him have it?
Blue in the chat says, "Get back to
Okay,
work, Stanley.
I've got
You're
you
being
something
hysterical
which
for the
I
18th
think will
time,
help
and
settle
ironically,
this
it's no longer
debate once
funny."
and for all. Here we go.
Oh, hello.
There.
Oh,
Now it's settled.
Stick
No
it.
more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
What if I want to be back in here again?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Wait,
I
how did the
feel
sticker
that
get
it
underneath
works
the property
because
of
the sticker
Stanley
is
sticker?
also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Wait, what's that? Hello?
Another
Oh,
Mr.
hi.
Stanley figurine. This,
Yay.
you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes,
that's the worst one.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
no.
Well, there's another
Sorry.
mini stand up here.
It's the bucket. It's giving us directions.
Yes, I dare say so. Hello.
Another one.
I knew this room was meant for
Okay, I'm
something.
getting back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Figlies.
What name better encapsulates
Honestly,
the
Figlies makes me
intrinsic
hungry.
sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of
I
your
could go for
screen
some
go up by
Figlies right
one?
now.
Let me sit on
Fig
it.
Newtons.
I'm sure it will come to me.
Yes. Jake, there's the
Wait.
adventures of Figgly Winks.
Wait, did the text change on that bathroom wall?
To be rich isn't a
to be
crime. To
rich-
commit crimes isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Wow.
I mean, would you rather be rich? Would you rather be a criminal?
Well, if you're a billionaire, you're both.
Another elevator.
Listen, I need a de-stressor.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And a tangle with the bucket.
Do you remember when I did this song in September?
3, 4. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
I guess one could consider this an intermission.
Buckets.
There's an idea, Dreyfus.
Oh?
I need some animated shorts of these now called Jane-amated shorts.
Okay. Okay, I think I've had my fun.
Yeah.
There we go. Back to where I was.
All that for nada.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
2845.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Absolutely.
100%.
Alright, time to go back down the elevator. Oh, I had to turn off the throw redeem because my computer was lagging.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Well, what if I wanted to go back upstairs?
With the bucket.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. Bucket said nothing.
Sure, I want to go press the number 3. Alright, let's see if it'll let me press the number 3.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
But what about the number 4?
4, 4, 4, 4.
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing but a foregone conclusion.
Nice.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
The bucket just doesn't get it.
It just doesn't get it. But you know what if I show it again?
Up we go!
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
This is certainly a practice of madness, isn't it? Listen, you gotta understand, I love the number 3, chat. It's such a magical
Here we go,
number.
said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
I just want to get validation from a bucket.
Is that so wrong?
Is it so wrong to crave validation from an inanimate object as
Stanley and the
soothing as a
bucket
bucket?
were so close. They'd always been there for one another.
Buckets
Why
are
suddenly
so
could the bucket not
versatile.
connect
They
with
can
his
pick up
passion of
stuff.
Stanley's?
The
The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Oh man. Okay,
We're going back up.
Back up.
Up we go!
Up we go.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and he would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it.
Chat, the number
Then
3
the
is my
bucket would be able to
hyperfixation.
see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of
Chat,
Stanley.
I love the number
And it
3.
would
I
be through
dream of the
public
number
eye
3.
that the bucket
I desire
would
the
finally
number 3.
understand Stanley's
Number
work.
3 is life.
Three's one of my
For
favorite
months, he
genders.
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for any...
Oh, jeez. Three.
This was
three.
one last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved
Look at all
one.
these wonderful fonts featuring the number 3.
3.
Is there a 3 hidden in the cloud in that painting?
3 is a magic number. Oh, yes, it is. It's a magic...
There was no one here.
No!
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
No!
He was unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure.
Oh,
and
God!
in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Oh my God!
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding.
No!
The bucket merely sat there in his arm, and so it began that slowly over many years, the two of them grew more and more
That's so
distant.
depressing.
They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
What a sad ending.
That is so sad.
Where are the jokes?
All
But where
because
are
of
the
the
jokes?
number.
Where are the jokes? That's
I
just
wanted a
it.
punchline,
This
not a
is-
punch in the gut.
Dang it, that was way funnier than what I had in mind.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way
Well,
to
let's
the
see what
meeting
happens
room.
if I go this
But
way
Stanley
again.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place
I wonder what
to
happens
be.
if I jump
And
off
here
the
it
ledge.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
We're just,
Stanley took the door
we're
on his
just
left
doing
to go
all
back to
the
meeting room.
endings with the bucket.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It just ends like that.
Just like that. What the?
Wait.
Okay, the bucket is
Oh.
here now.
The good old
And
bucket.
it changed.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Huh. Oh, hello.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Huh.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place. And here it was. Had the bucket
Okay,
turned
well,
out to
next
be correct?
figurine
No,
is in a place of
never
red and
mind.
blue, so...
The bucket was wrong. Stanley
I know
took
where
the
to go
door on his
next.
left to go back to the meeting room,
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket...
Welp. Welp. Huh. I feel like the narrator should say something right now. Did I break the game?
No, stop! Look there on the wall, you see?
Nope,
There's a
he's-
sign right there.
there
It
he
says,
is.
no buckets past this point. Stanley, how How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
What?
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
What?
Which, if that's true, well, my goodness.
Why?
I think we have to do something about it.
What?
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
What? Are you gonna
much
take
of
me
the
to another
impact of the
slideshow?
story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
I know what a bucket is.
Step in here for a moment.
I know what a bucket
Oh
is.
my
I'm not.
gosh.
Oh, brother. I can tell the
I may
difference
be
between a cup
dumb,
and a
but
bucket as much as the next guy.
I may be dumb, but I'm not
Now
stupid.
then,
I know.
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you
Okay,
is
sure,
a
a
bucket.
game show.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll
Heaven's
ever need
sake.
to know about what is
Welcome
or is
to-
not a bucket. Okay,
Is
let's begin.
this a bucket?
Whoa, hold up.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
What if I get it
Yes.
all wrong on purpose?
Correct. It is a hologram
What?
of
Wait,
a bucket,
what?
not an actual bucket.
What?
What?
Huh? That
You
worked?
did that just for the giggles? What the heck is this?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
What?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What?
Wouldn't
What
that,
kind of
wouldn't that
nonsense
still
is
make
this?
it a bucket? Wouldn't that still make it a bucket if it's 3D printed?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Now what happens if I keep pressing no?
Incorrect.
Aw.
This is a bucket.
Okay.
Dear gosh.
My
There's
word.
more, apparently.
No.
What
Item
the-
4.
What?
Is this a bucket?
Now that's a tractor,
Yes.
but you know what? Considering my tracked record, I'm gonna go with this.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on
I
to
mean-
the next one.
I mean, if you really think about it, a tractor picks up dirt, so it's a bucket in some
Is
way.
this a bucket?
That's clearly a bucket.
Clearly.
Correct. This is a bucket.
What?
Oh my
What?
god.
I knew
Is this
I
game
knew
messing
it.
with me?
I knew it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Clearly not.
Nah. Can't
Trick
be.
question. Both.
How is it a bucket and not a bucket at the same time? Is this Schrodinger?
There's no both button in this.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Joke's on him, the bucket's invisible.
You know what? This is a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
You know what? Yes, nothing is a bucket.
You know what?
Nothing
I'm
and
too
everything and
confused to
anything
even
is a
sort
bucket.
it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now
Wow.
I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Wait, am I a bucket, chat?
Stanley, I can't keep doing
Are we-
this. I'm
are we
losing myself,
all
and myself
buckets?
was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
Wait, no!
No.
Okay,
No.
here we go.
No,
No, don't take away my bucket!
Stop.
No!
Have mercy on the...
What happened? Is everything gone? Why
Wait.
did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes!
The game was a bucket. I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you,
What?
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's still
Was this whole
delightful
place
to get
held
some
together by a
clarity on that
bucket?
issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Everything
Who
is a
knows
bucket.
what
The
that
world is a
information might
bucket.
do to a person?
Flat
All right,
Earthers got it
here we
wrong.
go.
The world is actually a bucket.
I mean, the bottom of a bucket is flat. So...
You know what, Moy? Moy, you're going in the dollop for that.
Hey, I'm just stating a fact. The
You're going in
bottom
there.
of a...
You're going in the dollop, sorry. Guess what? Now the dollop gets to be a bucket and gets to hold you!
Huh. So everything really is a bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Where are we
Where's our
going
bucket?
today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly
Hey,
fine.
reached a 7
Stanley
string
clutched the bucket
watch
tightly
streak.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
You know
But
what? Let's do
Stanley
the
had
crazy
felt
ending with the
calling
bucket.
to
Why
him,
not?
telling him that the employee
Yes.
lounge was simply the place. And here it was. That the bucket turned out to be correct. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh.
Stanley took the door on his
listen to
Alan,
this.
I've heard
So
that
the
joke
two
before.
detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the
But
opposite door.
honestly, Constipated has nothing on Regurgitated. They kept pushing its release down, but it kept coming back up!
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. There's some place with a fireplace. I know... And somewhere red and blue. Now, where could that mean?
Hey, if
Coming
we
to
do
a
it...
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fucked. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was... And then, something had occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms.
You know,
Am I
Shuttling really
crazy?
makes a good
He
point,
asked the
Jake.
bucket.
Your
The bucket returned
your
its
hat is
gaze,
a
but said
bucket that's
nothing at
holding
all.
you.
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Well, I'm gonna
He
actually
held
eat
the
some
bucket
M&Ms
close,
real quick.
yet felt none of its familiar reassurance. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Oh!
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly
What?
wrong. Surely no good would
gosh.
come from this.
Oh, no.
Who
This
knows
isn't
what
a
sorts of
bucket?
bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Oh, no.
Indeed. Now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating up. Oh, gracious.
Oh, gracious.
He exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must... Far off in the distance now. He heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be?
Bucket?
He rushed forward from room
Oh my
to room,
goodness, the
passing
bucket!
by one
Oh,
bucket after
so
the
many
next.
buckets.
None of
Which
them
was
were
the real
his.
one?
None of them were his special.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
My
He had to
bucket!
find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was
It's the only way I
to
could
truly
restore my
and then
sanity.
suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks.
Jake,
He knew
our
where
bucket
the
had
voice of
stickers
the
on
bucket
it.
had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled
Oh my
over in
gosh.
agony and blacked
Oh.
out.
I don't feel so good.
I don't feel so good.
This is
It's
the
over for
story
me.
of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up
Mariella.
on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad. ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game, it could all
this
have
got
been
existential real
prevented
quick.
if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
All because we didn't have
Perhaps
our
he didn't
bucket.
even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
The bucket's fault.
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck,
Man,
yes,
chat,
she thought to
what if we
herself,
replaced the
"My
dollop with the
life
comfort
kicks
bucket?"
ass." And she backflipped all
Yeah.
the way to work.
I mean, I had a comfort bucket when I was little.
Honestly, the thought of not having a comfort bucket makes me a little pale.
Ha! Okay,
dude.
that's good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay, this time
Perhaps
I'm
he'd
not
get
going to take the
simply
bucket
Mr.
with
Ma-
me. Yay, that was
And what
rough.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first. Just.
Alright, I'm
And
gonna...
here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I don't think I will.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Jump!
Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I am on your side.
Ah,
Give me
here
a
it is. There's the third option.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
5.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler
One left.
Anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect
Figure
the last one,
Anlarines?
and then the first number will
I
equal
like
the
Figley's
second
better.
number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now
I see you,
we
Blue.
have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Welp.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
And whatever.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us
don't
always
believe
trying
you.
to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here.
Wait a minute.
Let me show you.
Oh no. This is
Oh,
the
no, not
painful
this
end,
again.
isn't it?
See,
I'm just
the
gonna
sequel is
reset. I'm just gonna reset. We don't need to do this. We don't need to go through the leg-shattering pain again.
not
That was
again.
traumatic.
We don't have the bucket to comfort
I
us.
can't wait to tell this story
Exactly.
to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had... A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to... This
Well,
was
time to
not
go to the
the
elevator
correct way
here.
to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, Never mind.
So interesting.
The bucket was
I'm
wrong.
curious. The last
Stanley
hint
took
said it
the
was
door
near
on
a
his left.
fireplace. I didn't
And so
see
the
any
two
fireplaces this whole
detoured through
playthrough.
the
Have you
maintenance
guys?
section and walked straight ahead to the opposite.
Maybe in the boss's office?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
That's the
I
only
have.
place the
referring-
fireplace. That's the only place the fireplace could be.
Good, Stanley.
Well,
I'm glad you
it
found
could be
your way
with
here.
that mini
I
game
knew
with the
you'd find
baby.
this place eventually.
What?
What?
Oh,
What the what?
there's the
You
fireplace.
see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this
Oh gosh,
bucket
an
you're
intervention.
carrying around
Is this
everywhere.
is this an
The
intervention?
bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. The classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom, because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes,
Come
I
on.
know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's...
You know, this would be a lot more entertaining without
The glitching.
the glitching. Yes.
Yeah.
What? Nothing
Something-
from the
something's-
from the broom closet?
No.
You only came for the food, didn't you, broom closet?
I should have figured.
Gosh.
And the broom closet's just been on a downward spiral lately. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to stop. The broom closet is better
Man.
than this.
Man, who knew that who knew that Stanley's wife had such hot buns?
Dang it. I was gonna say that.
wondering.
I always knew Stanley's wife was smoking hot.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music.
Oh my goodness, yes! Yes, here we go!
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do
drugs
that,
and
you're going to
hookers.
have to give something.
But what if I don't want to give up the book?
No.
I know exactly
I
what he
know
wants us to give up.
I know where
can forget
you're
it.
going with this narrator.
Forget
You
it.
could pry the bucket from our cold, dead hands.
Oh? This wasn't here before.
Huh, this is ominous.
This isn't deja vu. I've never been in this place before.
Me either.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's
No.
why I'm very proud
told
to
you.
introduce a brand new character. This is the bucket.
The
I
Bucket
think it'll make a
Destroyer!
wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also
Thanks,
was
I
not
hate
in
it.
the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No,
No.
I can't really agree.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
How about
Makes
no?
paper mache.
No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its signature. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer,
That
you'd see
sounds
that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet set. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and we can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now.
Oh no.
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and
Oh my goodness, it just blew up.
Well, that
Man.
exploded in our face.
Wow. Who'd have thought the Bucket Destroyer had such an explosive temper?
The Bucket Destroyer.
Ah.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Bruh.
That's a small price to pay so that we can keep the bucket.
Yeah.
It was magnificent. At least stupid.
That's good. Okay. The delivery. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. My dude, that was probably the biggest playground insult I've ever heard from you, and yet the delivery of it was phenomenal.
Oh,
all of his co-workers were gone.
Ooh, somebody clip that.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I gotta remember that
Perhaps
one.
he had simply missed him.
That truly was magnificently stupid. Oh man, that's great.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of...
Whoa, what the?
Oh, hello.
Why are you blue?
Stanley clutched the
sound like
bucket
it's so
tightly to his
offensive.
chest and entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply... And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to them, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to
Let's go back to
the
the boss's office and see if we can find what we're looking for.
Yeah, where is that last Figley? Near a fireplace, but...
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas...
Alas, no stickers.
Well,
darn.
boo.
Alright, you have a good night.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's.
Okay, so, let's see if we can find a fireplace.
It's gotta be here somewhere.
Nope, no fireplace here.
I mean, this is the...
Stepping
There it
into
is!
the manager's office, Stanley was once again
no fireplace.
stunned to discover not an indication of any crushed by the weight of this revelation. Stanley may have broken down into
But
an
that isn't
emotional
the
dumpster
fireplace.
fire, if not for the soothing presence of the... Even now, in his darkest... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guided? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Now I wonder what happens if I can take the bucket down into the pit.
Let's find out, shall we?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Alright, Bucket. You're our only hope.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Huh.
Now, What to do next, Stanley wondered.
See, the bucket's
Stanley
looking
and the
out for
bucket
us.
could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Why
So they
is the
set up a
bucket
little
more
couch
reliable
and
than the
relaxed.
narrator?
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps.
Okay.
After some time had gone by, they
Ooh,
installed
TV.
a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like... In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but all Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably
If I had gone
as
right
possible.
instead of left, the
Yet
figurine was off to the
Stanley
right?
was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on.
Huh.
The two of them waited for a very long time.
Huh. So I don't think I can see that that clip that you were trying to share. So, okay, talk to me. So if I had gone right instead of left, like in the mind control facility, or... Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about that area with, like, the innervation? Go to the fireplace again. Okay.
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. The bucket made Stanley
Yeah, we've
want
heard
to
all
be a
this
better
before.
man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the
go
bucket
behind
calling
it,
to him,
but don't
telling him
go on
that
the elevator
employee
just yet.
lounge was simply the place. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left, and so the two of them detoured
blame the bucket for your
and walked straight
stupidity.
ahead to the...
Okay, hold on. Go to the fireplace again. So, I'm assuming down here on the elevator, right? Go to the boss's office.
I knew it. And I had a feeling it was there.
Huh.
Because that's the only other fireplace
I didn't even see a
in
fireplace.
the building.
Coming to a staircase,
It was there.
Stanley and the bucket
Yeah,
walked
it was there.
upstairs to the bottom.
It just wasn't lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He left.
Oh,
No, you already found one. You already found one here.
the text changed
I got the
again.
feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse.
It was almost a poem. There were a lot of other things that rhymed with course.
Oh, I see. That fireplace.
Stepping
You
into
didn't
his
see
manager's
that
office,
fireplace?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any hue. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of even now, in its darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared
Put in
with
the code again.
that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk, nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2. Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
There we go.
Certainly the most logical explanation.
So if I go... Oh, it was right there, right under my nose.
Found it.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Oh,
Savor this moment,
don't
Stanley.
call that. Don't call it
This is
that.
a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay.
So
there really
this
wasn't
was-
any reward.
Wow, I feel cheated.
But what if
What
I
if-
go
what do
back
you
to
have-
that meeting room?
What do you have to say to this, Bucket? Exactly, I agree.
100%. Bucket speaks truth.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control.
Well, time to kick this bucket.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
What?
Ominous pit is ominous.
Whee!
Well, while we're working on this, I'm gonna go check my messages.
What happened? What is this?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort
not the
had turned
hydraulic
out to
press
be.
again.
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Save me, Bucket. Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal door. In a single visceral instant,
Yeah, this is the part that you
bucket's
missed.
life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Wait, what?
The bucket was, but we weren't.
Huh.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to be.
Oh. Wow.
I guess you could say they
memorial.
Memorial. Oh my gosh.
I guess you could say it paled in comparison to the every other bucket
I
out
already
there.
made that joke. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept that with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
You don't know that.
Wow.
The bucket may have
Oh my
taught him
goodness.
some important life lessons.
The bucket is ascending into heaven.
Wow. It's a bucket of souls.
25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result from the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I'm pretty sure that's more than 25.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not 25. There's like 28 tops.
A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket.
And can you believe if all those wars that happened back then were because of a bucket?
The Shrek's bucket. Presented without commentary, and therefore I shall not commentate on it, as it would stress me out too much.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Ooga booga. Ancient hieroglyphics.
Well, we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice the drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures.
Our ancestors must have really liked buckets.
And certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Man. So true. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between the bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good.
I was gonna try it anyways.
Chat, I'm gonna jump for it. Oh!
Whee!
Hello!
Ooh. Oh, okay. We're floating.
Have we ascended with the bucket?
I defy gravity.
Is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Well then.
There's only one thing left to do. Why don't you jump for the platform on your right? I couldn't. I couldn't leave the platform.
Nope. We were stuck.
We were most certainly stuck.
Stanley,
Whoa,
I'm
what
sorry, but I have to put a
Whoa,
pause.
hi.
What?
Whoa.
It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh, great,
I
we're
would
here
love
again.
nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more
Do we
time.
really have to?
I guess we don't have a choice.
Yep, here we go again.
Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Ah,
This
great.
happened
What kind of
lit-
nonsense are we gonna find in here this time?
What are the odds the narrator stretches the truth?
Audience award, the Stanley Parable, and oh, yeah, okay. That hasn't changed. Okay, let's go into the basement, I guess. Oh, look.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Huh. I wonder. What?
Okay.
7 out of 6? What?
Okay.
Well, we did
that. I'm confused.
Oh, hello.
And here
Back
was
here
a
again.
second
Oh.
Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own,
Ooh,
just by poking
this is
around in the
cool.
warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Okay. Whoa, hello.
Hoy.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I do
Under the
remember,
stairs.
actually. It was under the stairs.
Smart.
Hey,
There's another one.
that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Gee,
After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Is it, though?
I mean, for some people it might, but...
Moy, I know it's definitely true for you, because you
Let's
can't
see.
seem to remember
Okay,
your third
next.
time doing anything.
Wait, you...
Oh,
hey,
yes,
you're...
we found a Figley in this pink room.
Hey, don't... You're in the same boat.
Wait,
Remember,
hold
we're
on.
both on the spectrum.
Hold on, we're not in the
But it's here
pink
in
room.
the memory zone, so it must have happened.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait,
It's like,
we're
I like...
in a pink
I
room.
like the architecture, but... What?
I mean, pink? Really? I
No,
mean,
wait,
pink's
hold on.
not a
It could be-
bad color by any stretch. I'm just... A pink room with an apple?
It could be salmon, for all we know.
No, it's definitely pink.
That's a weird choice.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
What?
Enjoy.
How? Oh, wait. It's one of these.
Oh my goodness. What's that
Oh,
in
that's
there?
Oh, this takes me back.
My goodness, was this made in Windows Movie Maker? Oh, goodness.
What the heck? That blue screen with the white text scrolling.
Bro.
Bro.
Okay, what did I miss?
Bruh. Best boy the narrator starring Stanley?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Bro.
It was...
Ah, look, the illusion of choice.
Yeah. Huh. Speaking of illusion of choice.
Okay.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Well, yeah, duh.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
What the heck? Where am I? Oh.
I have... Oh. We're back here again.
You are in the
Oh.
present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move on into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What? Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can't just... Game?
No, I'm not done. I'm not
What?
ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
What?
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay, this is clearly making fun of
The
collectathons.
back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay, sure.
Now we have double the amount of collectibles that we had before.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, I...
No.
Yes, I love that video.
I love comedic speed.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd forget Barbie's dream mausoleum?
Barbie's dream mausoleum!
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
So my reward is collecting more collectibles.
What?
Huh.
What happens if I go this way?
Nothing but the abyss, apparently.
Yeah, it's just a black wall.
Nothing but the void. Void.
Huh.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
I don't think we
Keep
choose
going.
to leave it.
It's like it
It just kind of
it's what
leaves
we have-
us. Listen, we don't choose to leave the past. The past chooses to leave us.
This is it.
Yep.
The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Literally.
Okay, now we're getting...
Huh.
Oh. This is where it actually started.
Oh, yeah?
Collectibles.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A
I
classic
literally
memory,
couldn't.
this one.
Going left.
And we're back in the office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, of course
There's
not.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
And in the end, he
Yes,
couldn't.
I'm remembering something now.
What?
I
never
remember
mind.
before this whole story got started. Back then, I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical.
What?
I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then, somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me.
What?
He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
Oh my goodness, it's
But
getting meta.
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time.
Look at Stanley
I'll take
typing
care
with
of
one
myself.
finger.
I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
All of his
This
co-workers
is-
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh. So the narrator was an office worker. Could be.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Let's see if the office
and got
has
back
anything
on
that
track.
changes. It went back to the way it was before.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Still
his
holding a
boss's
grudge, I
office.
see.
Hold on, I'm going to restart, actually. Because I forgot to grab the bucket.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Okay, now let's see what happens if I close in here.
No, the orders were still missing. As soon as Stanley noticed that the door to his office was still open, he rushed in with his bucket and shut the door. The pressure of going out and finding another bucket variant on one of the Stanley Parable's classic endings was simply too much for him.
It's nothing but swapped-out dialogue describing a bucket,
he screamed to himself.
It's not nearly different enough to be considered a true sequel.
You know what? I mean,
He would
fair.
stay right here in his office where things were safe, familiar. If others were happy with the bucket endings, well, good for them. But Stanley knew that one day, somehow, a true sequel would emerge with actual new content. If only he had waited long enough. Just a little longer, Stanley. Keep waiting. You'll get it one day, surely. Eventually. Just keep waiting. Just a little longer now.
Okay.
And I guess you could say Stanley kicked the bucket.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for that
This was not
quote-unquote
the correct
true
way to the
ending one
meeting
more
room,
time.
But Stanley had felt
See what
the
happens.
bucket calling to
Oh.
him, telling him that the employee
Oh,
lounge
is it
was simply
bedtime?
the place to be.
Oh my goodness, it's almost 10:30. You know what, chat? Change of plans. I'm actually going to find somebody to raid.
Yeah, because I'm actually getting tired myself.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and find somebody to raid. We'll continue this next time, chat. I got so engrossed in the bucket. Go figure.
How is that even possible?
Actually,
the
you know
bucket
what?
Consumed our every thought.
You know what? Zenny's currently playing Deltarune. Let's go ahead and raid him.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure he'll appreciate it. All right, well, the curtain closes once more at the Wordplay Theater. Thank you all so much for joining, everyone, and I will see you all again next time. Take care, everybody.
If you
Hasta
need
la
it-
bye-bye.
If you want a raid message, just say, "Gentlemen, this is a bucket."